Hey, welcome to Unleash Your Tennis. In today's lesson, I'm very excited to introduce a training equipment that can help you to learn topspin within minutes. Are you ready? Let's dive into today's lesson. So this equipment is called TopspinPro. Right, as the name suggests, it is meant to help players to learn topspin. Okay, and in the following section, I'm going to share with you how I use this equipment to coach my students on learning the topspin. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so the first thing that I tell my student to do is to use the palm to feel the rolling of the ball. Alright, this is more so if the person is using the equipment for the first time. Alright, so I'll get the student to feel the palm rolling the ball. Alright, this way. So you can start slow. Alright, just feel that the ball is rolling forward. Alright, this way. Okay, so this will have a, let me have the general feel of the topspin from the ball. Alright, and with the two different shades of the tennis ball, the user can see clearly that the ball is spinning forward. After my students have practiced rolling the ball with the palm, the next thing that I'll get him or her to do is to choke up the racket, alright, and use the racket face to roll the ball. Alright, you can start slow first. Alright, just feel the rolling from the racket face. If you want to see the ball spinning, okay, if the person is standing close to the ball, okay, he shouldn't have a problem doing this exercise. Okay, then gradually I'll ask him to push a little bit more, and the requirement is he or she is not allowed to hit the screen. Alright, so if the person is hitting the screen, that means that they are slapping the wrist. Okay, so let's focus on rolling the ball without hitting the screen. Alright, so this way, very easy to learn topspin. Okay, and then when the person exerts a bit more energy, you'll see this thing recoil. Alright, push forward, and then it will rebound back. Alright, so it's like generating topspin with some energy. Right? So straight away the person is able to learn topspin within a few minutes of practice. Alright, the next stage will be holding the racket with the full grip. Okay, so the student will be holding the racket at the bottom of the handle. Alright, and practice the forehand swing. Alright, so same thing, can start slow first without much backswing. Focus on the contact and a slight push. Okay, so again, remind the student that he or she is not allowed to hit the screen. Okay, so start with little backswing, and then gradually focus on finish higher and higher until the racket edge touches the opposite shoulder. Okay, so this is a very good exercise to practice the forehand stroke. Right. Okay, the next step will be to add more and more backswing. Okay, so it will look more like a forehand stroke now. Okay, so just how we did this with little backswing. Okay, asking the student to finish high to the opposite shoulder. Now we can add a little bit more backswing. So backswing, pull back. Right, pull back. Right, so when a student is learning how to pull back, he will also learn how to drop the racket and let the racket go under the ball and roll it up. Alright, so this is the purpose of the lower screen. Alright, you can borrow the shape of the screen. Alright, follow the path and roll the ball up. Alright, So from this, pull back, drop, and roll. Okay? Alright. So start backswing and roll up. Backswing and go. Backswing and go. Alright, so this is a very easy exercise for the student to learn how to generate topspin for their forehand. Now, another benefit that the TopspinPro can offer to the user is to teach the user about positioning. Alright, imagine the student is standing too close to the ball, alright, around here, and you'll find that he or she will have difficulty generating the swing. Alright, and the result will be a very shallow hit when he or she is standing so close to the ball. Alright, so what I would advise the student will be to stand slightly behind the TopspinPro. Alright, and the TopspinPro will be about 45 degrees in front of us, in front of the forehand. Okay, so that when we pull back and contact the ball in front, we are actually hitting the ball in front here. Okay, so it's very easy to see. So from here, backswing and hit. Okay, backswing and hit. Alright, without hitting the shield. Okay. So this is something that I always share with my student that, alright, to use the TopspinPro, stand about this distance away. Okay, so that when you're hitting the ball in front of you. You can also use the TopspinPro to learn the backhand topspin as well. Alright, so if the student is a beginner and know nothing about the two-handed backhand, the first exercise I can get a person to do is to choke up the racket and hold the racket with a non-master hand and practice a forehand shot with the TopspinPro. Alright, so you can work with the TopspinPro. Imagine a person is hitting a forehand with the non-master hand. Alright, so it's very easy. And the same thing, you should remind the student not to hit the screen of the TopspinPro. So after the person has practiced hitting the forehand with the non-dominant hand, now you can add the master hand at the bottom of the handle and hold it at the continental grip. Alright, and you can practice hitting with the TopspinPro, alright, this way. Okay, so you can start with the backswing, alright, drop the racket and roll the ball up. Okay, so it's very easy for the user to learn how to generate topspin with the TopspinPro. Alright, personally I've used it and I find it very effective to coach my students how to generate topspin, and they can understand very easily within a few minutes. So in conclusion, I find that the TopspinPro is a really useful equipment to have for all coaches, players, and even parents. Alright, personally I've used this TopspinPro for my kids and they find it very easy to learn topspin with this equipment. Alright, and the good thing is the setup is very easy. I usually take about less than 1 minute to set this up, and to carry it around, alright, it can be packed in the bag and it's really portable. So if you're interested to get a set of the TopspinPro, alright, feel free to click the link below and purchase a set for yourself. That's all from me today. I see you in the next lesson.